Welcome to Two Birds, One Show on the BGSE Network at 10 p.m. Eastern every Thursday night. We are DeeTer and RicT, and we talk about Philly sports and craft beer.
Hey, how's it going out there? This is Two Birds, One Show. I'm DeeTer. That's my buddy Ricky, his chair and his background there. Oh, there is Ricky. Can you hear me? You good?
A little bit. I had to get my headphones.
Oh, okay. All right. Bear with us, people. So if you're new to the show, we talk about craft beer and sports. We usually start off with our first beer. And so right now I'm drinking Icarus, drinking crayons. Nice little beer. It's been around for a while, and I've had it a few times. Delicious beer. You know, not as light as some New England IPAs, but it's very fruity and good malt background, I guess. Pretty tasty. So yeah, we dive in our first beer, talk about sports, dive in another beer, and then talk about more sports. What are you drinking tonight, Ricky?
First, I want to send a shout out to, not a shout out, but my condolences to my sister, very loyal listener for a long time of our show. Much appreciate the loyalty. And Chad and my niece and nephew, they had to bury their pop-up today. Harold was a great man, really good dude. Can never say a bad word about the guy. Good human being. He's a great grandpa to my niece and nephew, and he'll be missed. And also one of the biggest Eagles fans you'll ever meet. The guy would talk Eagles with me all day, any day, and man respect, and may he rest in peace. So my condolences to Nikki and Chad and the kids. So,
oh, sorry to hear that, man. That's a shame, especially a week after Father's Day and all. That's pretty tough, dude.
Yeah. So
man,
that's why I'm gonna start out setting that tonight. Rocking my cool marijuana-looking shirt. I'm going with some Fidens, Picturesque Solace.
Okay.
The double IPA, I think it hangs about, it's 9%. So
that's pretty potent right there, man.
Yeah, so didn't realize I was starting with a 9%er. Never had it before, just kind of grabbed it out of the fridge.
What's the shirt about? Looks like it's like a hop octopus or something, right?
It's like a hoptopus marijuana kind of shirt. It's like
where'd you get that from?
Things, hops and pussy. Marijuana is also a relative of hops. It's humulus lupulus, all in the same family. So
they say it's a cousin of it or some shit. But yeah.
Yeah, so it's it's done a lot of good for this world, hops and marijuana. So shout out to both. Yeah. So it's a great shirt. Shout out to my awesome wife who got it for me.
Yeah, it's a shame PA didn't make it legal, so it's still illegal over in PA.
No, I don't live in PA.
Yeah, I'm over in PA a lot though.
So that's their loss.
Yeah. Beautiful looking beer. And that's a different type of logo for Fidens, right?
They changed up a lot of logos. Their new wave stuff. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. I've had a few of them. They're all like this. I don't know. I like the picture on it. It seems very black and white and bland, but then when you turn side, there's a young lady with a camera in her hand. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm always pro woman. So anything supports women or anything like that, I'm all for it. So that's pretty cool. So you got the cool young lady.
Because usually it's like, white and it has like some brewing equipment or something like that. You know what I mean? It's never like, I think they're getting like a little artsy or something. They must have hired somebody to do the can work.
I mean, that's possible.
Got a couple comments here. Let me bring them out. Greg, evening gents.
Yo, big Greg, what's up, dude?
And then Bonnie, hey guys.
Bon, what's going on? Two of the coolest people you ever meet right there. Both at my bar today. I was chilling with them, and my boy Mike Rosier and the whole clique was up there. Sue, what's up?
Mike was there?
Aaron, Mike's up there every day. That's my boy. Great crew over there today. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun.
My buddy,
Shout out to my boy
Steve,
Kyle.
my buddy Steve was there the other day, right?
Yeah, Steve was in. He came in and bought some of my beer off me.
Dude, he had like a pitcher of beer at the house.
I got it for him. I got it for him. It was a pitch. It was a picture of fucking autodidact Abaddon.
Oh yeah,
phenomenal beer. Yeah, and you know,
you've been getting a good amount of autodidact up there, right?
Yeah, I was the first one to bring them into South Jersey. Big fan. They're putting a lot of great stuff. I just had a collab they did with RAR last week called Refuge. It was phenomenal.
Where is that autodidact at located?
It's North Jersey. I want to say like Morris Plains, New Jersey.
Nice.
Yeah, they're doing great stuff. Shout out to my rep at Autodidact, cool dude. We were the first bar in South Jersey to carry them, and I'm glad we're continuing to carry them. I just tapped Daylily again, and also have on tap Garden Eyes. So I have 2 autodidact ones right now. Just kicked one yesterday.
Yeah, if you're new to the show, we try to promote Jersey craft beer, local beer, but we drink all sorts of beer. And then we like talking sports. So that's the whole show, man. Sports and craft beer. But I'm enjoying this Icarus, man. Icarus, another Jersey brewery, drinking crayons. It's been around for a long time, man, but it is a classic. Let's see.
I got to send a shout out to Brian. Just got to ask, did Sue make it to the podcast? If you're there watching, please comment in. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, comment. Helps our algorithm.
Yeah. Bonnie said, I enjoyed the Icarus New Noise Citra.
That's right. Bonnie was drinking Icarus today. That's the one I got, a double dry hop New Noise with Citra. Really good. It's a great nose on that beer.
You get a lot of good beers, man. I gotta give you props, dude. You get good beers in. All right. So you want to dive into some sports? We'll get into some hockey. The Florida Panthers beating the Oilers. That was a pretty good playoffs, man.
Yeah, not Philly sports, but it was cool seeing Sergei Bobrovsky, former Flyer, getting his 2nd cup in a row, their 3rd finals in a row. They got good thing built down there. They're like the Eagles of the NHL. That's a dominant franchise, and
it amazes me like that teams in Florida are really good at hockey, man. It boggles the mind, man.
Doesn't amaze me. It's hot as fuck there all the time, and it's probably nice and cool in them arenas every time because we got to keep.
Yeah.
And people are saying, "Hey, I want to beat the Heat," and on top of it, I get to see an awesome, fast-paced sport with fighting and checking and scoring. I'm not shocked. I mean, hot weather places will always do great with hockey. I mean, you got an air-conditioned building every time.
Well, shit, they're not going at the Marlins games. You see how empty those stands are? Oh, my God, dude. That's
not air-conditioned.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. It's like all Philly fans in there, man. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's a shame the Marlins never do well. But fuck them. I don't care. They're not my team.
So back to the hockey. So I think it's been 30 years since a Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup, something like that.
Probably something like that. It's probably the Montreal Canadiens, I'm guessing, in the 90s with Patrick Waugh and them. I mean, if I'm a guessing man, but I don't know. And I don't know if that matters for anything.
Well, I'm just thinking sports talk here, and Canada has always been known to be like a hockey team. You know what I mean? A hockey country.
So is America.
All right. Well, I always thought Canada was a little bit, more, ice sports related, being more Northern America and such. But
yeah. Well, you got to figure too. It's been 30-something years since a Major League Baseball Canadian team has won a championship too. But listen, I don't know. I think Canada, in reality, maybe hockey started there. Maybe it's in it. I don't know. But yeah, the original 6, a lot of them were Canadian. But Canada's basically America Junior anyway. It's basically America Junior. Then Mexico. America's the big brother. Mexico and Canada, kind of little brothers. We act like we don't own them, but here we are. Puerto Rico too. I love all of them.
man.
And listen, I love Mexico,
Yeah,
Puerto
yeah.
Rico, and Canada, but they're basically Americans.
Well, yeah, I think they're like a what is it? They're
Central
they
America,
vote.
North America.
I think they vote for like American stuff. What the hell is it called? I can't think of it. But like Providence or
Like a
like
presidential election.
yeah. All right. So all right. So not too much going on with hockey.
Well, I thought that was a great final. I was really hoping for a game 7.
Yeah.
And this is, if I don't know if anybody follows, this is back-to-back years the Oilers have played the Panthers in the final for the Cup. So 2 years in a row, the Panthers have beaten the Oilers in the finals.
That's crazy.
And I thought
man.
going into this, shout out to my buddy Jason Ingram. I said going into the fucking thing that I thought the Oilers were hungry. You know, they lost in the finals last year. I said they're going to beat the Panthers. But now that Panthers team's really good. The culture there is really good. Great coaching, deep team, best goalie in the world. By the way, former Flyer Bobrovsky was drafted by the Flyers. Typical Flyer move. They traded him. Flyers front office makes piss poor move after piss poor move, and that's why they haven't won a cup in 50 years. Danny Briere, you're on the clock, cuz you're on the hot seat. You have 7 picks in the first 2 rounds, 3 first-round picks, 4 second-round picks. You have money in free agency. You are about to set your legacy in Philadelphia. In reality, this year, you fumbled your first 2 years by waiting to fire Tortorella so long. You dropped the ball in your first biggest move. That was crash number 1. Strike 1. You better nail this fucking draft, and you better nail free agency over the next 2 years, because this is where you set your legacy. You're either going to go down as one of the great GMs in Philly history or another disaster in Flyers history. And it all starts with this year. You have 7 picks in the first 2 rounds. Don't fuck this up, Dan.
We're going on a Ricky Rick. We're going on a Ricky Rick. We're going on
I'm just saying. And listen, Daryl Morey, the same goes for you. I mean, listen, dude, I'll give him credit. He makes some solid moves in the draft and a couple other lower level moves. But when it comes to major moves, you have dropped the ball regularly, Daryl Morey.
Before we get into the Sixers, how do you feel about Rick Tocchet as a head coach?
Well, I told you before on past shows. I think he was what was left over, and that's on Danny Briere too. You sat on your hands and didn't fire Tortorella in time, and you sat on your hands while 5 other cup-winning coaches were available, and you sat on your hands long enough till the decision was made for you. That is not a reassuring thing in a general manager. That shows no gusto, no gall, no marbles, and no knowledge. I mean, what do you do? I like Tocchet as a Flyer. I don't want this to taint my fandom as a Flyers fan, but Rick Tocchet is a mediocre coach at best, and I don't mean that in a mean way, but the numbers don't lie. He was the last guy left, and that's who you went and signed. Listen, I hope he does well. I really do. I think Briere's going to have to overcompensate. Briere's going to have a really, really good draft, and over the next 2 years, make really good free agent moves, because the Flyers finally got some money to spend over the next 2 years, and especially next year in 2026 when that free agent class is going to be good.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, dude, I always love watching Flyers hockey. I love going to the stadium and watching them and all. Like, dude, awesome food there, great beer. Yeah, that's one of the I would say better stadiums for beer, because they had like Founders, all sorts of different beers that just like Budweiser or Yingling, like at the Phillies game. You know what I mean? Like they have a few different beers.
I've never gone to a Flyers game and been like, wow, the beer here is good. I probably thought, wow, this is overpriced, mediocre beer at best. But I mean,
well, if you're drinking Labatt Blue Ice, yeah, I mean, like they do have that there. But I mean, if you walk around a little bit, they got a nice bar. They got a few little stands with good craft beer, and then they have a good burger joint there too. I think they got a Shake Shack or something like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, well,
but hey, it's a whole experience.
Listen,
Ricky.
Listen, I've been to many Flyers games in my life. You're talking about a guy that's a 35-year fan. I get it. I've been there, but I ain't going back and giving them a fucking cent until they get this fucking ship righted. They've been a fucking laughing stock, for the last fucking 10, 12. I mean, would you miss the playoffs 8 out of 10 years? What the fuck? 80% of the time in the last 10 years, you've missed the playoffs? I'm not giving them my money. I'm not going to go get their average beer and pay their $25 a part. Nope.
We got a comment here. Kakashi, a better coach than you give him credit for. I'm guessing about Tocchet.
He's got 11 career playoff wins. I like Tocchet. I do. But he's got 11 career playoff wins. He's going on his 4th team. Why is that? If he was such a damn good coach, why did the other teams not keep him around?
I mean, dude, I hope it works out. I mean, I wasn't
Listen, I don't want to hate.
I wasn't planning on getting another Flyers retired player coming back and coaching or whatnot. I feel like we tried that a few times now or whatever. Like it's an off. But
the funny part is the funny part is there was actually 2 coaches on the market that were former Flyers that if you wanted to go that route were much, much better. Craig Berube, by the way, won a cup in St. Louis and was, believe it or not, people forget, he was the head coach here already for a little while and a fan favorite. So if you wanted to go to Flyers route, that would have been a great hire. Look what he did in Toronto this year. And the second was Jim Montgomery from Boston, who did extremely well in Boston. Another former Flyer, actually credited for naming the Legion of Doom line back in the day of Eric Lindros, John LeClaire, and Michael Renberg, Jim Montgomery. That would have been another great hire. But like I said, Danny Briere sat on his hands and said, I don't have the balls or the know-how to make the right decision. So I'm going to let it made for me. And that's what he did.
There's another comment. He chose not to stay with Vancouver.
And Vancouver chose not to fight to keep him either. And same with Phoenix and, same with Tampa Bay. I'm just saying, listen, I love Tocchet, don't get me wrong. But there's a reason why he was the last slim pickings out of the bag.
Yeah.
When you're going up to trick or treat at the door and they leave the bowl out and all the Reese's peanut butter cups and the Snickers and even the Milky Ways and the Kit Kats, they're gone.
Yeah. You don't know until
you're getting Milky Way.
You don't know how it's going to go until it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? I'm not going to down this or whatever.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I don't hate Tocchet. I like him. He's one of my favorite Flyers of all time. One of my favorite Flyers of all time. But I don't want this to tarnish his image here, and I hope it doesn't. We'll see.
Well, let's move on to the Sixers. We're starting to talk about the Sixers.
Well, and also right now, I know it's not Philly sports, but right now you have the NBA Finals going on right now. Great game between Indiana and OKC. I really hope Indiana wins and forces the Game 7.
Oh, me too, man. Me too. TJ McConnell, what a fucking beast.
Yeah, listen, that's my boy, man. I've been a big fan of TJ for a long time. I hope he wins a championship this year.
Yeah, man. He was awesome on the team, dude. Well, the Sixers, dude. I love them.
If we're moving to the Sixers, I'm going to say the same thing about Morey as I just did about Briere.
Right.
This is your year.
Right. No doubt.
You're either going to cement your legacy as a great GM here, or because listen, you traded Ben Simmons for James Harden when you had a Halliburton trade on the table waiting for it. By the way, do you know who Halliburton's playing for right now? The Indiana Pacers, who are in the NBA Finals. So you went with Harden. That was a huge flub. This offseason, I love Embiid, my favorite Sixer ever, but you decided to give him a horrendous, overpaid, long-term contract, and then you doubled down on your mistake and did the same with Paul George. And now you're standing in fucking quicksand without a rope to grab onto because you signed 2 aging, often injured veterans for way overpriced contracts for a long time. You're fucked. I'm going to tell you something right now. You want to do a Ricky rant? You run it back next year, the same team, you're done. You have to get out of one of these 2 contracts, whether it be Paul George or Joel Embiid. They're handcuffing you. They're killing you. Use the 3 pick, the number 3 overall pick, to facilitate that and say, listen, I know you don't want to take this big contract, but we'll also give you the number 3 overall pick. By the way, you see this Ace Bailey clown from Rutgers? Yeah. He was scheduled to come to the Sixers for a tryout.
I can't do a Ricky rant now because I got to talk about this too, man.
This guy's a clown,
crazy,
dude.
Man.
5-year agent.
I don't know where he's getting his information from. You know what I mean? Like, okay, Rutgers had 2 players that are in the draft,
didn't make the tournament.
The team didn't even make the tournament. So, all right, these guys might be good, but not.
I want no parts of either one of them.
Right. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, man. Like the team didn't do that great, but these guys are the top guys in the draft. Man.
This is what the NBA has become. This is the kind of shit. Listen, I don't want the Sixers to keep this pick because I want them to trade out of it to get rid of the Embiid or George contract. But if you do stay at 3, which that numbskull Morey probably will do, take VJ Edgecombe. You know, the guard. I mean, the guy's a future Drew Holiday. The kid's a player. I like him a lot. It's a very mediocre draft. I think VJ Edgecombe's going to be one of the more solid players coming out. I don't think there's a ton of talent coming out. I mean, even Cooper Flagg. I mean, he's Christian Laettner all over again. I mean, he's a nice player. But as number 1 overall, this is a guy that'd be going, 15 in other drafts.
Yeah, dude. Rutgers didn't do too well. These guys, I don't really care. And if this guy's not even showing up for a practice for the Sixers to pick him out of the draft at the 3rd pick, dude, drop it, dude. We don't need him.
The guys that have taste. I want no parts of them.
Try to get rid of some fucking baggage that we have and get something young, dude.
You know what Daryl Morey's going to do?
He's going to pick him. He's going to
He's going to keep the 3 pick, not trade Embiid, not trade George, and pick him. And that's why. And what he will cement is the Sixers being horrible for a decade after this.
It's so bad, dude. The Sixers is such a bad product. Such a bad.
This year they were. But let's not forget for 6 straight years before this, they were a 50-win team that made the playoffs every year.
But I mean, haven't got past like the first round, man.
Well, they didn't get past the second round.
Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but at least they're not the Flyers.
You make a good point. Yeah. All right, I'll give you that one. All right. So beer number 2. Here there be monsters. This is Twin Elephant, and I guess multiple different collabs. I didn't know there was that many collabs on there, but it's a good beer. I've been to the establishment, nice little brewery. If you head up that way, hit up Oak Flower. Oak Flower is a really good brewery up there, but you can make a day of it. Yeah, there's a couple good breweries. It's up North Jersey. Yeah, we're South Jersey, Philly guys, me and Ricky. But yeah, it's worth a drive, man. They got a lot of good beer, Twin Elephant.
Yeah, do a lot of business with them.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's not the collab. Maybe it's just a description. Pale. Oh yeah. That's the description. My bad, guys.
It's Tricky by Run DMC is on the background. Sorry, you see me fucking grooving, dude. That's because I fucking. Music is the soundtrack of my life.
Yeah, Ricky likes some music. He does.
So what's crazy is this fucking beer was 9%, and I just drank it like it was a fucking Coors Light. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to send a big shout out to one of my best buds, Pittsburgh Bill. Me and him went over to shout out to Pittman Broadway Theater last Saturday night and saw an Eagles tribute band. Winslow is the name of the band, stand on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. I'm such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, and a flatbed Ford slowing down to take a look at me. So that's where they got the name. Man, I'm going to tell you what, I've seen a lot of bands in my life. I've probably been close to 100 concerts, and I've seen a lot of cover. I've seen a lot of cover bands. This was one of the best cover bands I've ever seen. And on top of it, there was a cat fight up the aisle where we were sitting. 2 chicks started banging, doing that, fighting each other. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I just had a sandwich, and the sandwich was kicking in at that point. I'm like, damn. No, I'm just kidding. I ate a gummy.
I do love your stories about music concerts and such, but we're having a little discussion here in the comments about Harden, Harden being a good player or something like that. And Greg put up a good point. Harden is what he is, just there for the paycheck and his brand.
Right.
But there was
He's right. He's right.
There was somebody that said something about Harden. I'm trying to trace back here. I thought God damn it. I hate when it's so flooded, dude. I can't even see it. But somebody said that Harden was a good player, and which is lies. It's lies all day.
No, Harden was a good player, but Greg made a good point. He was only about the money and his brand. He didn't care about winning championships. He was really good. He put up a lot of hollow numbers, but there's a reason he's been in this league for what, 13, 14 years and hasn't won a championship, and he never will.
I had to cipher through the comments here.
Good. You know, that means people are watching and interacting. That's a good thing.
Kyle Thornton, I thought Harden would have definitely got us a ring.
Well, listen, only thing with Harden is
oh my God, dude.
He was a really good player, but he cared more about his stats, his paycheck, and going to the titty bar. Now, listen, I got no problem with any of those things, but not here, dude. Take that shit the fuck somewhere else. We're here. We won championships. You know what I mean? I don't want these hollow ass numbers. Yeah, nice triple double in the loss. Like, just dude, I like Harden. No, I don't. I don't like Harden at all. What am I saying? I wish he never came here, and I think it was a bad move by Daryl Morey trading to get his fucking boy instead of getting Halliburton, who's playing in the fucking NBA Finals right now. Probably about to, get ready playing a Game 7 in 2 nights.
Yep. I was not a big
each their own. Listen, some people like their cucumbers pickled. What am I going to do?
Oh, man. Yep.
I tell you, I'm about to go get a fucking second beer. 27 minutes in, that's not too bad. I'm not done this one yet, but it's a 9%er, so I'm trying to fucking pace myself.
All right, well, let me do the promos here. I'll just start this stuff here. Okay, so promo-wise, banners, promo time, and promo time. Hit that like, subscribe buttons, good birds, right? And then let's see here. So we have Puff Sip Chat. There, hit that promo code, the QR code there. Big game. It's a monthly subscription of cigars. And then Dubby. If you like energy drink, all natural, not jittery. If you're in the gym or playing video games, hit that QR code there, and then hit the big game promo code. There it is. All right. See if Ricky's got his beer. And Ricky's still searching. So yeah, lovely beer. Twin Elephant. If you get a chance, go up to North Jersey. It's a good drive, and Oak Flowers up there too. Like I said, nice time. But all right, so
boy, I come to bring the pain hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside your astroplane. Monumental, based on instrumental. What? You heard I wrote monumental? Bust it. Just how deep can shit get? Deep as the abyss, and brothers and man fists accept it. So sometimes I like to rap. We have a segment of the show where I rap. So it's a must see every week. Tune in.
No, it's not. No.
It should be.
No, it should not be. So your next beer.
Anybody ever wants to see me do a quick 10-second rap every week, please write in. America needs to know. Next beer is, that's why I went on my rap song, because it was one of the fucking OGs, the legends.
Oh, shit. Nice. Haze. It's a good beer. Treehouse beer up in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I'd like to get up to their place up in Syracuse, man. If I get a trip, that'd probably be my next one, to go to the brewery up there. Not Syracuse. Saratoga Falls. Saratoga. Yep. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you, boy.
What's up? So, any promos you want to put out there, Ricky?
No, not this week.
All right. Well, let's jump into the next sports category, I guess. Let's see. 6 years.
I do want to do a quick shout out to Outer Sips, new beverage company just came in. I just brought in my work. Drinking it right now. They're making great stuff. Everybody check them out if you get a chance. Outer Sips.
Where are they out of?
I don't know exactly. My can's actually still in the front room. I'm out in my garage. I don't know. I gotta look to see where they're from.
All right. Well, Phillies, good game today. Sanchez, man, 8 innings. That was pretty nice, dude.
They got the win 2-1. Schwarber with a huge home run. I mean, it was a fantastic, fun game to watch. All 9 innings. Listen, I know some people, it's the Marlins. Listen, this Phillies team, let me tell you something, guys. Since they started 13-13 this year and everybody was jumping ship and bailing on this fucking team, they're 35-17 over the course from after starting 13-13, which is by far the best in the NL and top 2 in all baseball behind Detroit. If you haven't gotten on board with this Phillies team, don't be the one when it comes September and October when we win a championship like, oh, this is my team. Bullshit, man. I heard too many people fucking Darius slaying this team, burying this team since day one. And all this team does is come out and fight and just win fucking ball games. Listen, we're about to see 2 parades in Philly in 2025. And if you don't believe me, then sit back, chuckle now, and I'll talk to you at the end of fucking October. This team going to win a World Series.
I don't know, man. It's rough, dude. A lot of injuries. You have JT.
What do you mean it's rough?
Bryce,
they're top
up.
3 in wins in the NL. Why is that rough?
Well, the Mets are above us in the division, right? And we're having a hard time beating the Marlins.
It's June, and we just took 3 out of 4 games to the Marlins, a division rival. Did you see the ERA of the kid starting for the Marlins tonight over his last 10 starts? It was like 2.37. Listen, they are a division rival. We just took 3 out of 4. The Phillies have won 8 out of 10 games. Anybody wants to bury this team, I don't want to talk to you. I did, because that's just haterade. That's haterisms. I'm not dipping my toes in that fucking pool of water. There's piss and shit all in. No, thank you. This is a great team. Everybody start enjoying it. I remember when the Eagles started 2-2 after just getting their asses smoked by Tampa Bay this past year, and fire Nick Sirianni. Jalen Hurts ain't the man. And this team turned around and said, yeah, here, hold my fucking beer and watch this. Philly's in the same spot. They're hearing it. All the fucking the haters and talk to me in November.
All right.
This team's going to win the whole fucking thing this year.
All right. Well, I mean, the Marlins were last in the division, right? And we had a rough time.
None of that matters. This is baseball. Do you think the Marlins don't play every single team in the league? Do you think the Mets don't play the Marlins? When the Mets beat the Marlins, you're like, oh, well, it's the Marlins. No, because you don't even notice. But we just had a 4-game set in their house, and we took 3 of them. And the pitcher they had going, like I said, has been lights out. That is a character win tonight. That's a team character win. That's where you're just finding ways to win games. That's what championship baseball teams do. They don't come out like the Yankees and hit 9 home runs a game. And by the way, the Yankees haven't won a World Series in 17 years. So they find ways to win. The Phillies will blow you out. They'll beat you with the home run. They'll beat you with small ball. They'll beat you with their starting staff. This Phillies team, I don't get what people aren't saying. I don't know why the blind was on.
I do like, they're playing a lot more small ball, dude. It is pretty fucking
But it's not a lot more small ball, because one night it is, and another night they beat with home runs. This Phillies teams beat you in every way. That was my point. We'll beat you. You want to play small ball? We'll beat you. You want to play home run ball? We'll beat you. You want to go ERAs and starting staff? We'll beat you. Mm-hmm. And this is without our best player. We're doing this. Bryce Harper's been on the mend for fucking 10 days.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was a little upset. 9th inning, Boom had an error. The ball went right through his glove. But then he had the finishing catch, dude.
Yes, and shout out to
glorious,
Alec
dude.
Bohm. That was only his third error this year, and that was his first error in 54 games. Yeah, I know anybody that's calling this guy a bad fielder ain't doing their homework. Listen, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a fucking stats guy. Anybody, that's why I love arguing baseball, dude. Alec Bohm is probably one of the best players in all of baseball over the last 6.5, 7 weeks. I got nothing against Bomer. It happens to everybody. It bounced off his gloves. His first error in 50-something games. And they rallied around him and won the game, and he made the last out, you know?
Yeah, man. Dude's played good baseball. Dude, he's been hitting the ball really well.
Yes, he has.
I know, like, in the beginning of the season, he had, like, a bad attitude, you know, a little high temper. But, yeah, who doesn't?
But you see that from 700 other players around the league, and know it. Mm-hmm. Listen, it's professional sports. People, it's a lot of emotion and testosterone. I got nothing bad to say about Alec Bohm. I'll tell you this: I think he's going to end up proving a lot of people. When all said and done, this year is over, and that kid's got fucking some nice inflated numbers and helps us win a World Series. I'm like, oh, you know, we felt that way about Jalen Hurts too. I was one of them.
But yeah, man, team's playing really good. They said Bryce is throw the ball a little bit further
and a little bit.
Hit.
And I say, listen, let Bryce get totally healthy.
Yeah, it's tough, dude. Like with JT being out, I'm happy that the catcher did well today. What's the catcher that relieves him?
Oh, Marchand.
He did a good job, man.
Yeah, he's a solid backup catcher. He really is. Mm-hmm. Much as I love Stubbsy, I think he's a little better than Stubbsy. And he's got a cannon for an arm. He'll gun people down in second base just like JT does. And you're kind of burying the lead a little bit. You talked about, was it the right move to sit Casty? That was what you led on the thing. So where are you at? Let me hear your opinion on it.
Dude, I didn't like it at first, but I mean, I feel like it kind of fired him up a little bit, give him a little jolt. I don't know, because the game afterwards, he had that nice catch at the end. Like, maybe it's all bullshit. I don't know, dude. Like,
by the way, that's really fun.
I mean, but either way, I don't like when players give out the attitude and, like, you know, fire back at the coach and the organization. Like, hey, man, it's a fucking professional baseball organization. If somebody tells you to sit down, you gotta sit down, dude. Like, you're gonna be like pissed off about it. I mean, that's fucking little league, if you ask me. How you feel about it?
I loved it. It was the right move, and I think they both, you know, kind of, you know, you grab your as a man, you grab your fucking balls, you pull them up, and you fucking be a man about it, and you get over it, and you fucking move on. And listen, and listen, if you had a bunch of inmates running the asylum on this team, you know what you would have? You would have an NBA team. That's why that league is going to shit, because the players run the fucking game. You listen. You have a boss for a reason. The guy's a good guy. There's very few things he has to do. But you come in and you Darius Slay guy. You know what he did? Yeah. You know what he did? He didn't make a slur to Rob Thompson. He Darius slayed one of his own teammates. And Rob was like, no, fuck that, dude. You know, you gonna smile to his face and then talk shit on him? Come on, man. I'm glad Rob sat him.
That's cool,
Nick,
man.
Let it be a fucking lesson to you. Man up and be a better teammate.
Yeah, we all see eye to eye, but yeah, I mean, you get the point across, and that's it, man. And you
the right move
about your business. Right.
It was the right move.
Let's see. Bonnie's got this. NBA Finals. Pacers have 30-point lead at the end of the third. Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Nice.
TJ is like a little Wolverine, man. Dude, you see him beat out the center? Dude, that was awesome, man.
Dude, and that Indiana team is so deep, dude. They'll run 9-10 deep, dude. They're such a rotation, and they're up and down the court. That is a open court team, man. They fly up and down. They will wear you out. You got Pascal Siakam, who quietly is you know, one of the top 15 players in the league.
Player, dude.
You know, and Halliburton, who should have been a Sixer, but Daryl Morey dropped the ball on that one.
What we got else? So FIFA World Cup Club tournament going on, right? I think Lincoln Financial is having a few soccer games.
Did they just have one yesterday?
I know
or the day before.
I know there's going to be a couple games or something like that.
I think one already happened. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
I was watching the one game
the
today.
Stadium.
Yeah, at Lincoln. They had like the whole turf built up for them and everything. But I was watching the game today. Was Miami and Messi, dude. They did that. They have on their team Messi. He's such a good freaking player, man. That dude just runs down the pitch and does whatever.
How's your team doing? Who are you, like a Chelsea fan?
Chelsea, yeah.
Are they good?
I think they play tomorrow or something like that. They haven't played yet in the club, but it's a cool thing, and I think they're just like building up for the World Soccer Cup coming in next year or whatever. I think like whoever wins this tournament has money for their club or something like that. So, yeah, but if anybody is out there that knows more to soccer about me, then like Jeff or Greg, chime in, But
Greg, feel free to anybody commenting, please join the conversation. And we don't just want to talk to each other. Me and DeeTer get sick of talking to each other. Please chime in, put your comments out there.
Here's a dog wrestling. Hey peeps in the chat. Dog will be at Sacred Heart Church located in beautiful historic Riverton.
Nice. It's going to be a fun event. Always says, real quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have the legend you haven't had in a while, and you're right, dude. This is a fucking.
Dude, Hayes is awesome.
This is the top 5 IPA in the world, and I just, it's some people are like, and listen, I get it. I get on the whole new trend, dude. Hayes is yeah. It's the tits of the matter, dude. It's like the Brian Dawkins of fucking IPAs, one of the greatest ever.
Yep. Baseball wise, we both agree. Title was sitting Casty. I believe it's a good move. Rick believes it was a good move. Anybody want to chime in? Was it a good move or not a good move?
Talk with us and look, don't feel afraid to disagree. That's what it's all about. Just because I spout off shit doesn't mean I'm right. You know what I mean? I just like talking about sports and beer. And pussy. No, but seriously.
I love doing this show, man. And I love talking craft beer and sports. Me and Ricky go back way fucking back since grade school. And I knew like he always wanted to be in the sports radio and such. He always used to call up the radio and stuff like that.
Talk sports.
And then this is why we do the show, people.
Yeah, everybody's doing it. It's we have to. If you're not one of the cool kids, you ain't doing it. And we got to be one of the cool kids. And listen, I'm going to tell you this: it only gets bigger from here.
Yeah, I hope so.
So this is only the beginning.
Thursday night on the BGSE Network, 10 p.m. Eastern. So.
And what do we have? A core 24? I think we have a group of, our the regular people that are loyal. Like my buddy Phil does his, and he has his core 12. We got like our core 24. They've been following us for a long time. Always support us. Always loyal. Watch, listen, comment. They share our stuff. Shout. Greg, Nikki, Bon, Sue, fucking everybody. A bunch of people. Kyle. A lot of people to follow. Man, we couldn't do anything if y'all weren't watching. It was just me and DeeTer doing it. Just be a fucking videotape. I mean,
me and my brother Eagles, OTAs.
OTAs already happened. So this is that intermittent period where you get about a month and a half off, and there's not going to be much going on. This is what they call the dog days of summer. And good. Let these guys get rested, relax, go on their vacations. They just won a Super Bowl. Go. I don't care what you do. Do whatever you deserve it. You earned it. And we'll see you in late July.
I heard that Dallas Goedert restructured his contract. Jalen Hurts was a big influence in restructuring that. Supposedly, I don't know how. I don't know why, but
Well, probably because he wanted to keep playing with him. You know, the guy's a leader. I mean, Jalen Hurts is, you know, say what you want about him. The guy is slowly becoming the Michael Jordan in the NFL. I mean, the guy's a winner. He's the leader. You know, and it's not fake. You know, I see through fake like it's my fucking job. And he ain't fake. I mean, that dude, he walks the walk that he talks. So that's a fucking good beer right there, but.
Any other sports or craft beer comments or anything?
No, not really. Like I said, just drinking the haze. That's a good beer. Had the Fidens was my first time.
Yeah, a little disheartening about the guy for the Sixers, third round pick, not coming out to practice.
Not third round pick. Guy that was projected to be a top 3 pick.
Top 3.
Yeah, he scheduled the whole thing and then canceled last minute. Listen, this guy's a clown. We don't want nothing to do with you. I just Daryl Morey, if there's one thing you do in this offseason, do not draft this kid, and you're already ahead of the game. So I'm worried this fucking buffoon will draft him now.
Yeah, most likely. All right, well, if that's it, man, that's a wrap. Hey, thanks for joining the show. Check us out next Thursday, 10 p.m. on the BGSE Network. Peace.
Peace.